And can you kind of tell me what it's like to, play with strangers also from another country? You're kind of like the foreign force in this.
Yeah.
What it's like to play in an American culture and get to know, these opponents, these strangers who are of American descent. What is that like?
It could be quite hard, but at the same time, it's interesting because you learn new words, new sayings that like I've never heard of before, and um, yeah, it's like if sometimes when I'm playing with foreign people who don't speak English, that's very hard because it's like 5 hours without talking to someone, and that isn't for me a long time. So yeah, it can be tough.
No, definitely. And what do you feel like you've learned anything through playing golf, through playing with Americans? Do you feel like you've learned anything about American society then?
Um, a little bit. I wouldn't say too much because we don't really talk about like the different aspects of the country. Like sometimes we do, but yeah, I'd say I learned a little bit, but not too much.
Definitely. Um, no, do you feel like there's big differences in society compared to coming from England to going to America? Like, do you feel like
Oh,
there's
for sure, yeah. There's
definitely?
a big difference.
And what kind of differences do you see?
Um, it's hard. Like, I would say people are a lot more chilled at home when it comes to competitions. Like, it's there are many competitions that like are a big deal, but they still remain calm. Like they don't really stress you out before you're going out to play. But I feel like here, I don't know whether just because of the situation that we're in because of COVID, that it was more stressful, but I felt like it was a lot of stress.
So you think there's more pressure
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Then definitely, I could see that. And trust me, it's not just because of COVID. Because I've seen girls break down on holes in high school.
Yeah.
So
Oh my God. I could know.
I know. Trust me, I could never. But I know exactly what you're talking about for sure. Um, and so, do you feel like playing golf has kind of helped you integrate into American society a little bit more rather than if you came down to school here and if you played golf here or if you didn't play golf? Do you feel like you've been able to kind of more easily shift through American society in a more easeful, less stressful way than if you weren't playing golf?
Um, I don't know. I think, well, I've got family who live out here, so I've come to America like my whole life, and my nan and granddad and my parents had a house over here, so we've, I've known the American culture for since I was like born, since I can remember. So I've sort of grown up with all the American things, but obviously moving out here and playing out here, I have learned a lot more.
Definitely. Is there anything that stood out to you most when you actually moved out here and when you started playing out here, you were like, wow, this is kind of crazy. Was there anything like that that really struck you?
I would say the courses, because I always knew the courses were good out here because I've played out here before. But where we play now at like the World Village Golf, it's just amazing. Like the greens are so good, the fairways are good. It's just like every little detail is just immaculate, and it's definitely not like that at home. And that's what I like with playing over here. Everything's just immaculate. Everything's just perfect. Whereas at home, it's not.
No, definitely. Um, do you feel kind of so the difference that I think of between like basketball, soccer, and kind of those other sports do you feel like you get to know people a lot more in golf compared to other sports, and why?
Yeah, I think we do, because we're on the course with them for 5 hours. We're walking in between shots. Like, I feel like we just have a lot more interaction with the people we're playing with, rather than with like soccer. You're on the pitch for like 90 minutes and you're running around. You can't just stop and talk to them, ask them like where you're from, what you're doing here, like what you're studying. Whereas with golf, you can find out a lot more information.
No, definitely. And yeah, do you have anything to kind of add to about American society and golf, or kind of like integrating in with that, or?
I don't think so. I'd just say that the American people have made me feel very welcome. And it has been a big like culture change, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
Definitely. And you're a freshman here, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. And I heard that you won the first tournament, right?
I did, yeah. I shot my personal best as well. I shot 68, which is 4 under.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that was my best I've ever shot in a competition.
That is amazing. So that was a good way to just kind of ring in, like...
Yeah. Yeah, so I shot 1 under so we played 36 on the Monday and then 18 on the Tuesday. So I shot 71, which was 1 under, and then 68 in the second round. So I was 5 under and I was leading, and then I shot 1 over in the third round on the Tuesday, and then won by 1 shot.
Yeah. No, do you think you shot so well because you came to the course and you were like, man, everything's pristine here. I don't have to shoot out of no rough patches, or, you know?
I think so, yeah. And I was very calm because I'd I had prepared myself. Like, I'd been practicing with the team, and yeah, I think I was just calm. And I just thought, what will be, will be. It's my first competition. And yeah, I just done well.
You won! You just won! Did your personal best and you won!
Yeah.
Man, what did Santiago say about that?
He was really pleased. He was proud. The last few holes were tough because I'd had a few doubles within my round, which killed me really. But I needed, and going into the final 9, I needed to make some birdies, and I made a double, and I was like, oh god, it's not gonna happen. But I got my head down, I made a birdie, and then made birdie on 17 as well. I hold a 20-foot putt, and yeah, and everyone, all the colleges were standing around the green because they was following in, because they knew it was tight because we had live leaderboard, so everyone could see the scores. And yeah, I just kept my head down, and Santiago was walking with me, and he was like, you got this girl, you got this. And I was just, and I birdied the last to go back in, birdied 17 to go back in the lead, and then yeah, I knew I just had to par the last, and I did.
Man, that is awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome to be a freshman and to be making your way. Like, I mean,
yeah.
That is awesome. That is too cool to hear. So how do you feel about golf now? You're like, oh man, I got it in the bag.
Well, I don't know about that, but I feel like it's made me a lot easier about the competitions, because I know that I can do it, because I know that I've won a few competitions back home, so I know that it's in me. But obviously coming over here, winning that has made it a lot better.
Oh, definitely. Is there anything else you want to say about golf in general?
No.
No? All right, definitely. Well, I think I got a great little video.